Нет, все.
So good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you here today. So we are going to speak about today about some methods. We'll speak about mainly about direct method. Today we'll discuss some main features of direct method, and we'll speak about methods in general. So. So today is 18th of October. I want you to check attendance on bonus. So Absalomova Firuza. Is she absent? Abdurrahmanova Dastak. Okay. Next, Aslorova Yulur. Azamatova Shahzoda. Jumayeva Mardona. Rahmatova Mikhailova. Husainova Bakora, sorry. Jurana Ziova. Here, Mohina Munasipova. Here, Nikita Lerazova. Here, Ruxana Rustamova. Simirova Shahzoda. Gulro Khalimova. Tahirova Muniswan. Okay, so I checked in the Hemis portal. So now I want you to watch the video for warming up activity, and I want you to discuss afterwards.
Sing, ring, bell, tell, talk, walk, run, fun, play, say, word, bird, rhyming is so easy. Fly, cry, sad, bad, good, hood, cap, map, find, mind, think, sink. Driving is so easy. Water, daughter, brother, other, same, name, call, ball, roll, pull, climb, dime. Riding is so easy. Money, funny, laugh, calf, cow, how, ask, mask, face, lace, dress, mess. Driving is so easy. Hair, stare, rail, tail, mouse, house, home, comb, straight, late, clock, sock. Rhyming is so easy. Shoe, glue, stick, click, sound, found, lost, cost, pay, horse, force. Rhyming is so easy. Push, push, tree, flea, dog, hog, farm, charm, luck, stuck, mud, thud. Rhyming is so easy. Bang, sing, song, long, stretch, fetch, sun, plum, purple, purple, purple. What rhymes with purple? I don't know anything that rhymes with purple. Do you?
Do you know the rhyme of purple? Equal. Okay. Maybe turtle, yes? Okay. So here is some example for you to guess to what method we can implement this video, guys.
Audiolingual.
Why audiolingual?
Because children can hear and repeat after the audio.
Yes. Here is some visual, yes? Some visual aids for watching and listening, and then afterwards the teacher can use in some activities, in some steps of the lesson. Okay, now your task is, now you will be divided into pairs, okay? And you will discuss what kind of activities can the teacher offer to his or her students for audiolingual method, okay, using this video. Okay, for this activity you have, let it be 3 minutes, okay? Work in pair. What is the pair before? Do you have the pair? Okay? Will you join? Will you join this job? So here, sit down here, yes. Mehran. Bakara, she will join you. Okay, you should work in pairs, guys.
Разрешите редактировать.
Okay, guys, yes, so now you will speak about activities. What kind of activities can the teacher implement using this video? Okay. So you please.
For example, students can, for example, say one word and, for example, bus. The second student should repeat this word bus and add his own word, for example, flowers.
Okay.
And the third person should add, tell the previous two words and add it on, and they can go like by line.
Yes, it's like chain. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Tiora, you go, Tiora. Yes, please.
From my point, I think proverbs can be really good teaching. Like at the beginning of the lesson, it'd be really cool to break the ice by saying the proverbs, and also the teacher can help us to do that.
Okay. That's all. Okay. Thank you. Guys, so you please, Edina, you're prepared. So you prepared?
Repeating after the visual in order to correct pronunciation and learn new words.
Only repeating, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, let's
Our activity is also repeating the teacher, for example, to improve pronunciation, to learn new vocabulary, and for example, dog, hog, etc. Time, for example. And it improves vocabulary and pronunciation.
using the right. Yes, that's right. Okay. So here, Nicola, please.
Students can sing the song and learn new words and also the vocabulary, and also they can play one chain game.
Again, chain game. Yes, you will implement during your lesson. Okay, thank you very much. So you coped in a good way. Now we'll go to the next step. So your task was to prepare some presentations. Yes. So how do we call such kind of presentation which you begin at home? Yes, and you will work. Guys, how you will call it? Project work. Yeah. So the essence. Who will say it about the essence of project work? Zero.
The essence of the project work, like for teacher, it's like really showing the visualization points. Like for example, if you're talking about the animals, you have to show the animals because the kids gonna know what kind of animals you're talking about, or just based on the thing you're talking about.
So what's the topic the teacher would like to present you? Yes. Okay. So what was your task? On what topic have you worked, guys? Audiolingual and direct method. Okay. So who is the first? Who will present his presentations first? So who is the first group, guys? Raise your hands. So group shoulders group. Yes. How many are you in your group? Only three students. Yes. Come on here and make your presentation in a good way. So. Okay. Begin.
So here we prepared a poster on two topics, about three topics. It covers direct method and autolingual method. The first one I want to talk about autolingual method. It's method what we use in schools, especially where the teacher is in the center of the education and children just repeating after the teacher. So why do teachers use this method? It's only just in order to increase their pronunciation, make it better. For example, the students hear how different words are pronounced. In English, you know that we write words in a different way and we pronounce it really different way. So, for example, they can repeat after the teacher, and also they can learn some new words. For example, if students ask what this word means, teacher can just translate it, and they by repeating after the teacher, they can learn about new words. And also in this method, they can use different tongue twisters. For example, Miss X makes cakes, and they should say it more as much as possible. They can take only one deep breath and repeat it till their breath is totally out. And I think that's all.
Direct method is a way of teaching with using immersion. It allows us to learn foreign language with the help to improve grammar and vocabulary without using native language.
And also there are some key principles. We can open a door, for example, usage of real-life situations and conversations. In direct method, for example, the teacher speaks only in a target language and tries to explain them by using real-life situations. Also, inductive teaching of grammar rules. For example, they can teach grammar, they can start already teaching grammar in English. So it's the way better to learn a language. The next one is immediate correction of errors to develop accuracy. Yes, when children start speaking for the first time, and for them it's a second language, it's new for them, and they, if teacher hears that they are, for example, read the word in a correct way, they can just correct them very quickly. By this, they develop their pronunciation and the way how they could say these words correctly. It improves, yeah. So focus on speaking and listening skills, yeah. During the direct method, they hear and they produce the same sound. So it boosts their listening and speaking skills. The last one, no translation between the languages is required. They use only one targeted language.
So, thank you. So, the next group, you're welcome. Who's the next group? Guys, Zira, you're how many are you in your group? 5. It's our poster, and basically we're gonna talk about the direct method. Direct method is really popular method actually. So what the teachers and students do. Actually, we can see that teachers we can say it's a dominant role, and the students like a kind of passive, because the teacher is talking, and what can I say? You don't have to. I mean, it's like kind of prohibited to use a native language. Like if the students, the second language is Russian, you have to kind of prohibit it to talk in Russian, and you have mainly to speak in English. So the students kind of automatically have to understand that.
For example, the listening, even though if some kind of students don't know the vocabulary, let's say the features, they don't know what the features are, the teacher has to make them send the students in English form. So it's one of the main the main key features of direct method. Yes, you can continue.
And there are some activities for this method based on this method. For example, role plays, storytelling, games and activities. For example, guessing animals or objects. For example, animal guessing game. There is a teacher explaining the animal, describe the animal, and students should guess the animals. For example, it's a big and it has a long trunk and it lives in the jungle, for example, and students guess its animal, for example, and students learn everyday vocabulary and indirect grammar language learning. They didn't pay attention only on a grammar, but they are speaking. This method based on more speaking and listening. We can go on with grammar, writing and reading. Okay. So, understand? Yes, just skip the moment.
Okay, guys, are you finished?
Yes.
Okay, Hama. Thank you, sis. Okay, next group, please. You are welcome. Our first story is about methods of teaching, direct method and audiolingual method. And now I'm going to talk about first about audiolingual method. The audiolingual method was become popular firstly in mid 20th century, especially in USA. And this method was basis for learning from repetition and drilling. And from audiolingual method, in audiolingual method, the teachers and the students' role is also active. They repeat after the teacher, and it also improves our students' pronunciation and speaking skills also, and also vocabulary. They can learn new vocabularies and their pronunciation. And there is some advantages of audiolingual method. Listening and speaking skills are emphasized, and especially the former regionally developed. The second, the use of visual aids in effective in vocabulary teaching, and correct pronunciation and structure and emphasize and acquired. The method is just as functional and easy to execute for large groups. And there is direct method.
And direct method is a method of teaching where it emphasize the grammar and vocabulary teachings and without no translation and the learner's native language. Divided into 5 parts. And first one is inductive teaching of grammar rules. Second one is no translation between languages. Third one is immediate correction of learners of display accuracy, and fourth one is use of real life situations and conversation, and last one is focused on speaking and listening skills. The main aims of teaching direct method is to make the people think in English, to enable people to thoughts and the feelings to directly emphasize by this method.
Okay, thank you very much. So, for your project work, you have done it very correctly and so well done. Okay. We will require to view our previous topic, yes, our previous topic is about directness actually. Firstly, I want you to watch some video and then we'll discuss it after watching, okay? watching. So now I want you to speak about CVT. What have you understood from CVT? What is direct method, guys? Yes,
Direct method is a way of teaching language through immersion. It emphasizes teaching vocabulary and grammar through everyday speech without translation and learners' native language.
Thank you very much. Okay, so who is the next? So the next question is, what key principles of direct method you know, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, you're welcome.
Key principles is no translation between languages. The second one is focused on speaking and listening skills. The third one is inductive teaching of grammar rules and immediate correction of errors to develop accuracy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so how does the method work, guys? This method, direct method, okay? How does it work? So, what key principles you know of this method? Okay, so what kind of examples can you provide using this method, direct method?
For example, teacher during the lesson can use reale. For example, he can bring a real object and point to the students it's a book. So the students repeat after the teacher it's a book, and they by doing this they can learn a great wide range of vocabulary
Without using native language, yes?
Yeah, there is no translation needed. They can see it and hear how it's called, and they learn that exactly.
Okay. So as usual, everything has its advantages and disadvantages. Yes, you know. What is the advantage of this method? Yeah. Speak about the advantage, guys. What's advantage, guys? Speak about what skills will be developed. Yes. What is advantage? So, yes, you know.
The advantage of the direct message, right? So I will think the pronunciation can be really improved because it's said in the video, the pronunciation really takes the first role in this one. The teacher kind of like correcting the students and there is a self-correction of them. It's really, really good. And the second advantage will be listening in target language and they will start to know how to communicate in target language. There's no translation, so it's also kind of advancing the English, I think, because our target language is English, so yeah.
Okay, so thank you. So if we have spoken about the advantages, now it's time to speak about disadvantages, yes? Okay,
It's maybe challenging for beginners initial because they don't know 100% of target language, and it may be difficult for them, and also it focuses on more speaking, attention to writing and reading.
Okay, thank you. Now, who can make conclusion to all things before? Okay, who can make conclusion? You want? Okay.
So the summary to this video, I can say the direct message really improves like all four skills, like major skills like reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Because the students like listen with the illustrations, the teacher it was shown. There is a translation, the map translate. They showed the map.
Yes, here we do.
Yeah, and this
But in
video.
general, what is direct method? So some key factors, yes, some main features.
And I said it's really improves like listening, speaking, and reading and writing. Because as I said before, there is a pronunciation. They also write. They also read aloud. So it's also kind of going to reading. We're speaking. There's a speaking, and they listen to the teachers talk and talk. So they're gonna improve their listening. As a summary of direct message.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, sit down. So guys, now I want you to divide into two groups. So will you divide into two groups, okay? So here you sit, so will you join here? Okay? So will you join or you will work in groups, okay? So here is some trees, will you help me? Take one poster and we will place it on the blackboard, okay? Okay, now I'll distribute some realia. What is realia, you know?
Also real world.
Yes, objects from real life, data from real life. So here you will write some statements about direct method, okay? Any statement, anything you like. It will be some brainstorming tree and you will decorate the tree, okay? So for this activity, you have 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. You will discuss and divide the statements. You will see, okay, guys? Come on, sit down here. You will go to the blackboard and decorate the tree, okay? By leaves.
We should write something down. What is a direct method? What?
No, only one word associated with direct method, okay? Only one word, one statement. You will then explain why you have chosen this word. So what kind of words can we use here, guys? Anything according to the education, yes? Any skill will be developed in the direct method. Yes. Great. So, first we will discuss the words and we will write, yes, distribute the words among you. Guys, your time is up. 1 minute left. Speak. 1 minute left. So, you will write as many as possible, guys. То, что они будут работать, но они не будут работать. Guys, you are welcome. So you should go one by one and decorate the tree, guys. So one participant from this group and one participant from that group. We will go to the blackboard. So here is some blues. Yes, you will paste on the tree and you will explain your statements. Okay, come on. So yes, you will come on.
My word is reading.
Okay.
By which the students can enhance
Guys,
their
listen.
pronunciation and
Stop working. Okay.
The next.
Okay, explain.
So in the direct said there is no translation allowed. The teacher speaks only in a targeted language, and also in order to explain the different words, their definition, the teacher can use objects from reality. For example, they can show, I don't know what, a soap and say it's a soap, and teacher and students will repeat after teacher.
Okay, thank you. Next from this group, guys, you're welcome. You will be choose really, okay? Come on. So from this group you may go, okay? Okay, what have you written here, Mehrana?
No translation.
Okay.
The teacher in Swedish should speak in her language. In our case, it's English.
Okay.
And also the word discussion. Through discussion, they can enjoy their speaking, their
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next group, come up. Who is the next? Shafsoda. Okay. Gulasta, you can go also and decorate your tree. Guys, come up. So, what statements have you chosen?
Listening and exercise. Listening, why do we listening? Because when teacher explains, she explains in her in target language, and students should listen because it's in their target language. There will be no translation. And exercise will develop their direct method.
Their skills.
Their skills, yes,
Okay,
indirect
thank you very much. Okay, next, you're right. So, Bakora? What statements
also
have you
also
chosen?
used in school and other educational assessments. And I wrote some exercises based on this method. For example, filling the blank and describing things.
So, good job. You are right. Next from this group, okay, come on. Okay, Mokini, what words have you chosen?
I choose the grammar and filling blank.
Okay.
Okay, the grammar plays a significant role in teaching direct method because students can learn grammar structure and rules, which very important for learning the language. Filling blank is also
Fill in the blank, yes?
fill in the blank. Yes, it's also important for teaching for learning a language because they can now learn and new words and form of words. For example, it's noun or adjective.
Anything,
Or
yes.
anything, yes. And they can improve their predicting skills.
Okay, thank you. Good ideas, okay? So, Gulasta?
Mine is demonstrating.
Okay. So you will use here. So who is next? Come up, please. Okay, Madonna, express your ideas.
Self-correction. Students should correct
Say that.
themselves, and the teacher do not correct.
Similar, yes?
Question and answer exercise. Teacher asks question, and students should answer to this question.
Okay, very good idea. Next idea, Lina, come on. So, Gulasta?
I'm demonstrating things, for example, when the teacher show or say one thing and repeat after the teacher because we don't use this book or this computer. demonstrate or illustrate this, and students after repeat this work. And real life situation, for example, real life situation is real life, for example, situation, events or which past. For example, yesterday I go to the school or sports, for example, karate, and that's all.
Okay, thank you. So
Speaking and pronunciation, while doing some exercises or playing games, they can develop speaking skills. And also after repeating teacher or some videos, they can develop their pronunciation.
thank you very much.
It's gonna go to the pronunciation. So yeah, it's active pronunciation that's really useful. It's like active throughout the lesson. And the last one is gonna go with the reading. The readings also go with the pronunciation, so we can connect. Great.
So the last point is point about if teacher does not have knowledge from real words, then he can just show it.
Yes, of course. Without pronunciation. Yes. Yes, have you finished? So thank you very much for working. So it is brainstorming 3. So what is it, guys? What's brainstorming basically? Getting ideas in one point. Yes, it means all collecting your ideas quickly without judging is it right or not. Okay, it's called brainstorming. It's pedagogical technology. Okay, so thank you very much. So now I want you to stay in groups, please. You will stay in groups. Okay. Here is some mingle activity. I think mingle. What does mean mingle? It's maybe new for you. Mingle activity. What is mingle, guys? You know what is mingle activity? Any predictions?
Maybe we should find some meanings for the exact words.
Okay, yes, it's somehow. Okay, mingle it means so now you work into groups, yes, into teams, and you will work. You will cooperate, you will interact with each other by walking, okay? If the students walk during the mingle, I'm sorry. So it means moving around the classroom, okay? So here is, now I distribute some statements about the methods. And you will find your partner from this group, okay? This group will be opponent groups, and you will find your partner from the statements given here, okay? So here is definitions of methods. You should find, so here is given definition, but here is given the method itself. You will work and find your partner, okay? You will come up to this group and find your partner, maybe vice versa. You will go there, guys. You will go there and find, maybe you will work together. Okay, guys, but at the end, you will state about this method, okay? You will explain, okay? You will justify your answers. Ready, guys? Yes. Okay. Now you will sit with your partner, okay? Sit down with your partner. With your partner, sit with your partner, and you will justify your answer provide some examples, okay? Okay. So sit down. Who is your partner? Okay. So, who is your partner? Sorry, it's
The first method is
so you are partners, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, justify your answer.
It's a traditional approach which is targets at teaching the grammar. So the teacher teaches the grammar rules and the translation of the sentences in the target language and the learner's native language. Originating from the teaching of writing and reading, this method prioritize reading and writing over speaking and listening. So that means that only reading and writing skills are improved. The passive skills are speaking and listening.
Okay, that's what kind of method is it? Grammar translation. Okay, is it traditional or in communicative method?
It's a traditional.
So it's traditional. Okay, thank you. The next player, please.
the communicative language teaching.
Communicative language teaching is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes communication as the primary goal of language learning. And for example, how we can
It's teaching method focus on communication, speaking, and debates is example of this teaching method.
Okay, what skills?
Speaking during the debate, students explain their ideas, use their target language, and they improve their communication skills.
Okay, thank you. So here is only develop
Speaking
speaking skills. Okay, next.
Okay, ours is multilingual method.
Okay.
It is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes the importance of listening and speaking skills. The target language, it emerged in the middle of 20th century and was heavily influenced by behavioral psychology. Key features include repetitive drills, memorization of dialects, and a focus on accurate pronunciation.
So thank you. What skills are developed here?
Speaking and listening skills.
Okay, next player, please.
Our method is direct method.
Okay.
Direct method is a way of teaching language through the immersion. It emphasizes teaching the vocabulary and grammar without translation. Translation is prohibited, and by this method, we're gonna improve pronunciation, special pronunciations and reading skills somehow.
Maybe the example for this, for teaching direct method is teacher demonstrates without objects in reality because there is no translation for that. A teacher demonstrates real objects to show them the meanings or definition of the word.
Yes, right. Okay.
This becomes the silent way.
Okay.
Okay, this way was developed by Colin and in this method, the teacher is just a helper for students, and mostly students are active and they should participate and also actively. But this method has like some disadvantages because the pronunciation of students is not so good because the teacher don't
Not give direct explanation.
yeah.
Okay. What skills are developed here? What skills in silent mode? Who is silent? The teacher or the learner?
Teacher.
Teacher is silent. Thus, what skills?
Speaking.
What else?
All skills except speaking.
Yes, speaking is developed here, also pronunciation is developed here, yes, but without the participation of the teacher, yes, you see? Okay, so thank you very much, okay, sit down, guys, okay? So now we'll continue our lesson using some technology. So today we will speak about traditional and communicative methods, yes? Firstly, we will define what is traditional and what is communicative method, guys. So as we discussed, if we discussed about the traditional communicative ways of teaching English, almost every lesson, yes. So what can you say about? Let it be first. Let's speak about traditional. What is traditional method?
Teachers dominant.
So teacher is active. So teacher's role is active here. He's dominant. Yes. He always dictates his rules. He is strict. Yes. Okay, and what is communicative?
Students are active.
Students are active during the communicative method of teaching. Okay. Now I want you to work in groups again, and you will discuss some problems. We will speak about traditional and communicative way of teaching English using press formula technology. So what is press formula technology? It means here is it is some technique which organizes the speaking process, writing process in correct way. There is some plan, and according to this plan, you will work on some issue. So we'll speak about components of some press formula. So the first is the point. You will give some main point of your view, yes, main idea. Then you will speak about the reason, why the reason is caused. And you will give some, you support the example. And you will summarize your idea by giving some summary for the whole main idea, okay? So now you will work in groups. Again, you will join into groups, okay? It's the first group. One of you will join this group, okay? You will be 5 in groups, okay? You will work on this topic using this pedagogical technology, okay? For this activity, you have, let it be 10 minutes. Please. Nina, join this, please. First, you will write, okay, all points, and then you will discuss, and you will then share your ideas, okay? Guys, try to use English, okay? Use English, interact in English, please. Right, shall I switch on the examples? So here is the example you see. You can refer to this example and organize your discussion. Here is some example you can refer, yes. We will speak about communicative and traditional at the same time, yes. Why to use traditional? Why to use communicative? We cannot throw away the traditional as well, yes. We should use them also. Because it's somehow helpful for us for developing some skills. So you have the reason, yes, you have the point. Why should you use some point? So you know what's the reason? It helps you what? To develop skills, yes, not just speaking, yes. As well as we need some reading skills, also writing skills, yes, which can help reach some writing skills. We need them, okay? But also they give some support examples. That's summarizing also. So firstly you will use some points, so you have a point, yes, you have to use communications, and then you resemble and reason, yes. Reason one. Why you need these methods? Why you need traditional method? We cannot refuse from traditional, yes? We cannot. Guys, here is another example you can refer to also. Look, about smoking, here are some samples. The first is about some reading. Here is about smoking here. Again, inference technology. So, this technology will help you to organize your thoughts in correct way. It's also helpful for writing, for essay writing also, and for speaking. You will develop your speaking using these points, these steps. Ready guys, any ideas? Any ready ideas? Any ready ideas? Guys, ready? No? Yes, okay. Guys, 2 minutes left. Guys, one minute. Guys, ready? Okay, which book is ready? So working, guys, okay? You will expand your answers, okay? You will expand your answers. Don't stay on one example, okay? So stop working, guys, okay? Let's listen to the first word. You have to copy. Yes, so it's not a traditional and communicative ways of teaching English. Why do you use these methods? Traditional and communicative. No, you can answer for this, please. So you will share your ideas one by one, please.
Okay, traditional is really popular method that was used by teachers in the past. But right now the most popular one is communicative. But first of all, I'm going to talk about the traditional method. Traditional method, its the point is the teacher is a dominant role and the student is inactive, and we can say inactive. And the key features of traditional is that it mostly like focuses on grammar and translation. Okay, grammar. What I mean by this, for example, if you're learning some kind of language, let's say German, our second language, if a studenting, it's like the subject, words, and object. First, we're gonna learn the grammar, and then the students, if they know each of these vocabularies, like they will translate it to their own language, and they're gonna just memorize it. Okay. It's the like key features of the traditional. That every vocabulary, every grammar was learned by heart, nothing else. It was like so dull and something like that. So what can I say about this? I give an example, and the summary is, I can say the traditional is mostly, as I said, it's the same thing, the grammar and the translation in the first place, while speaking is improved less. So that's why a lot of students who will learn before like 20s, they speaking is like kids. Okay, can I say this?
Yes,
yeah. And so that's why they're really good in grammar. They can really create this complex vocabulary, the structure, the sentences, essays are really cool with STEM class. But their speaking is, it's just like, I don't know, I can see it. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so, have you finished? So, support by examples, please. Support by other ideas, guys.
Let's talk about communicative methods. They improve communicative skills such as speaking, listening, but it cannot exist without traditional methods.
Yes.
First of all, we should know the grammar and all the rules in English, words. Then we can communicate. And also, for example, if we are in the other country, we cannot interaction in English, ask questions, and also communication methods plus manage to speak naturally and with repetition. But on the contrary, people learn by traditional methods and cannot, they are very superior. They write really good, but they cannot speak.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
their speech is not fluent.
Okay, good. Shona? Any idea? Summarize all these.
In communicative methods,
Okay.
students play active role and the teacher is passive.
Yes, right. The teacher is dominant
In traditional
methods.
methods, yes.
Okay. So, Shona, make conclusion? Yes, on the conclusion.
So traditional method is a little bit outdated. So it would be better if teachers combine these two methods. For example, teachers sometimes in the class can be active in the center of education. He can lead students. He can, for example, teach them grammar, but he should also add communicative methods. Also, for example, they should discuss grammar. I mean, students work in pairs and do some kind of activities. He can divide into several groups, and he should encourage students to speak also.
Yes. Combine. Your conclusion is combining, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. So let's listen these groups ideas, okay? Come up, guys.
So there are two different traditional methods. First one, we start with traditional method, the advantages, the only advantages. As listening and writing skill, we can improve our listening and writing skill by listening. What I meant is by listening, for example, TED Talks or watching some kind of podcast, we can improve our listening. And also, for example, it's kind of example. And writing skill, whenever we write something, the teachers write something and the students then write after the teacher, they can improve their writing skills. And communicative, they can improve their speaking and pronunciation. Speaking, they can, for example, 1 hour a day, if they speak, they can improve their speaking skills and learn so many new vocabularies. And by speaking, they can also improve their pronunciation. It's kind of connected.
Yes,
Learning and expanding vocabularies, for example, reading books, articles, journals, and to increase vocabulary. And it's also very useful. And learn new vocabulary and use it on a daily basis in our communication. Also very helpful.
Thank you. So, Shasu, what will you say about
I can say that the main difference between communicative and traditional method is that in traditional method, the dominant role is teacher, in communicative is students. And I think that the most used method is communicative nowadays, because traditional method it can be somewhat boring for students, because only the teacher speaks, explains, and the students can only write, listen, and write. But in communicative method, they play crucial role in the lesson. Also, they do some exercises and answer the questions.
You're right. So, can you make conclusion to all your sayings, okay? You can make conclusion, so. Yes, conclusion. Yıldız, you have a conclusion?
I think the teacher should have kind of mixed traditional and communicative, because sometimes the students need traditional methods,
Yes.
and sometimes they communicative. So I think it has to be like the mix, both the communicative and traditional.
Okay, thank you. Now you will think about some advantages and disadvantages of communicative and traditional methods, okay? Here we will speak about advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so only in two words. Let's make conclusion here. Advantages of communicative.
Active students,
Okay, active students, yes.
improving pronunciation,
Okay,
speaking,
speaking, all skills are included, yes, here, an advantage, okay? So, and let's speak about advantage of traditional.
Grammar mastery.
Enhance learning of grammar.
Strict time management, yes, here. Okay, what else?
Enhance structures.
Structures, yes. Some grammar rules, yes. Correct, incorrectly. Okay, so if we speak about disadvantages, there are also many disadvantages, but we'll continue speaking about it next lesson, okay? So I want you now to announce your marks, okay? You worked very well today. So thank you very much for your participation, for sharing the ideas, yes? So Nigina, your mark is 5, you do the same, your mark is 5. Shahzoda, your mark is 5. So Madonna, your mark is 4. We'll just be active next time, okay? So Roshona, you're excellent. Your mark is excellent. So Ziora, the same, excellent. Bahora, your mark is good. So Mohina, your mark is also good. Be more active next lesson. And Mekrona, again, you should be active, okay? Your mark is good. So thank you very much. Your one task for the next lesson will be to prepare Nikita some presentation about communicative language teaching, okay? And you shouldn't forget to send to upload some files, some tasks on Moodle platform, okay? Some self-study work, okay? So our lesson is over. Goodbye. Thank you very much for your participation. See you next lesson.